Hello, it's John C.
Good afternoon, everybody. I figured we'd do something whatnot since ain't a whole lot going on in the world today. Figured we'd hang out and just have some fun. So let's dive into it and see what's going on. See how aggravated I get and see how many things I want to throw doing this special transport stuff. That one. Done that one. That one. This one here is in Farmington, Raton. And it goes away in 32 hours. So we'll jump up to, let's look at the map. Yeah, let's go ahead and go to Albuquerque. Oh, hope everybody is having a wonderful Saturday. Got a bunch of rain last night into this morning. That was needed. Much needed. So, yay! Yeah, we'll do that. Hey, Melinda. Let's go pick up this load. Down the road, gonna go see how many vehicles we can run off the road here this afternoon. And that's pretty much all I got going on around here. Just a whole lot of nothing. All in heavy hauls. What's up, Marcelo? It looked like oh wow, that looked just like something you'd see in multiplayer right there. Dude just shooting straight across the intersection. No, we are not in multiplayer. No, I'm not banned, and yes, multiplayer works fine. Ooh, I leveled up. 105. Yay. What? There we go. And there we go. Paraguay, right on. I forget that I can do that instead of driving. Hey, Daniel, what's up, man? Yeah. All this big old tank. Alright, now, y'all make sure y'all looking like y'all doing some real work. There we go. And away we go. Yeehaw! Yes. Cruising along at a nice, slow 18 miles an hour. Love how we're just going 35 miles an hour, just cruising along. Let's see if the cop short stops right in front of us. Because the speed limit for me is 40 and I'm only doing 35. There we go. Apparently you're not supposed to make U-turns there. But it's all good. Hope everyone finds their Saturday nice and cozy and comfy. Just hanging out. Having a good day so far. least the cop hasn't short-stopped right in front of me so far. That's a good thing. But it's not over yet, so he probably will. I mean, darn near came to a stop last night, right in front of me. Like, really? And there was nothing going on. Yeehaw. Clicking off the miles, one at a time. Oh, wow. Right on. Trip and a half. Good deal. Up here in northern New Mexico. Over there look like be a good little camping area. Hike to your camp spot. Hey, cowboy. What's up, dude? How many more of these trips? A few more. We got a few more of these trips. I was supposed to look and I didn't, because, well, I'm a dumb. I didn't even look to see how many more I've got. I'm assuming Melinda's getting bored with the short trips behind the cop car. Of course you did. You just got to work. Yeah, buddy. Better if it was dual. Yeah, well, better if it was online. But they don't allow these, so yeah. Yeah, hopefully the escorts do a better job today than yesterday. I mean, they're not like real people, so you don't have the communication factor. You just kind of have to watch what they're doing and then react to what the escort does. But it's alright. Yeah, even with Duels being an admin, I still don't think Duels would be able to pull off doing the special transports. I mean, like I say, if you want to do the special transports and do them in multiplayer, the only way that I know that it can legally be done is you have to let yourself time out. Like, you have to literally the server has to kick you for the server has to kick you for being idle for too long. So, I mean, I could see that being a reason why, and it would be a pain in the rear. Last night I was telling Jeff it would be awesome if we could use them. Yeah, I know, it would be. It'd be really cool if you could use these, but again, with them having the escorts, you know, I mean, some of these things are a lane and a half wide, so I can understand why they don't have it. I mean, could you imagine going through some of the roads I'm on right now, delivering these loads, and then all of a sudden, bam, you know, you get somebody coming around a corner, you know, doing 60 or 70, and you're doing 40, and then all of a sudden, hey, look, it's Cowboy pulled over in front of the cops back there. But it's okay. In theory, we might be able to use them when and if Truckers MP ever gets the traffic server going. Yeah, you could just use the pilot cars, but then how would it work? Because I think these special transports are actually tied to the I think the special transports are actually tied to the cars and stuff. They have to have the NPC cars. Well, I think these will become available when and if the traffic for Truckers MP ever gets put in. If that ever happens, that'll be cool. It really will. Or at least in Truckers MP give you the option, you know, to where you could do these in a traffic server. But if you're in a regular server, you can't, where there is no traffic. But if you're in the traffic server, you get the option to either have your own pilots or use the NPC pilots. I think that would actually be kind of fun. Hey, Lilia, what's up? Hope Saturday finds you well. Hope you've enjoyed playing some American Truck. I'm doing 31 miles an hour. Why is this cop going so slow? What's up, Andrew? Hopefully this Saturday finds you well, good sir. Alright, come on now. Going 10 under the speed limit here. Oh wow, he actually dove in the middle lane. That's pretty cool. Dove in the middle of the two lanes. Tuesday's gonna be fun. Be playing around doing some Washington. Be happy to be in Washington and go across the line and everything. I think that'll be really cool. I think everybody will enjoy that. It'd be nice to get a look at the map before Washington hits. Just the map itself, kind of know where the roads are going to go and where they're going to pick up. In theory, I can find them, but Rio Grande Bridge. Oh, Rio Grande. Woohoo! There we go. Right on top of the roof. Up on the roof. Yeehaw. So what's everybody up to this afternoon besides watching me and my scruffy looking self? .67 miles, 3 hours and 52 minutes to go. Woohoo! I'm just glad these loads don't take 3 hours and 52 minutes in the real world. I would be ready to pull my hair out. I ain't got much. Melinda says she's just relaxing for once. What's old Jeff doing? Working? Or is he out with the mud truck having fun tearing things up again? Woohoo! 14 whole miles an hour, y'all. Check it out. He's asleep trying to get caught up on the rest. Ask him, does he not know it's like 2 o'clock in the afternoon y'all's time? I don't know, what do you guys think? You guys think I should throw a camera on this deal or what? Oh, working's good for him. Just tell the truth, Melinda. You broke your shoulder again, didn't you? That's teeth. Oh boy. Look at that snake of a road coming up. Boom. Got up, went to the parts store, and then came home and laid back down. Interesting. Aren't we having fun? Hey, look, state police, you need to go ahead and pick up the pace there, buddy, bro. I'm just saying. Because we're doing 23 and a 30, homie. climbing that hill. So tedious. Tedious these loads are, yes. Come on, dude. Hurry up. I ain't got all day. Moving there, state police. Let's go, dude. Come on, hurry up. I ain't got all day. It's like I'm going up a hill and still gaining on this guy. Be honest with you, this cat here is just going so slow. Come on now. Yo, cop, you wanna like go? Or are you gonna just sit there and look, duh, all day? It's like, if I get in front of the cop, that's a bad thing. Cop needs to like pick up the pace and do something. He's totally messing with my mojo right now. I mean, totally messing with my mojo. I'm gonna run him off the road's what I'm gonna end up doing, Melinda. That's exactly what's gonna end up happening. This guy here's gonna get run smooth off the road. He gonna have to take an ambulance to the next donut shop. This dude is like... This dude, I swear, this dude is driving like he's drunk. Like, he got liquefied donuts or something, and he is completely drunk. I'm not trying to say this guy's getting on my nerves, but... he's found the location of my last one, and he's starting to climb on it. Come on now, guy, hurry up. Ain't got all day. I love that the speed limit is 40 and he's doing like 20 and 35. Oh my god. Oh boy, I declare. Now we get to get on the highway again. Yay, team. Speed limit will be 40. I bet he does 10. Well, I don't believe it. He's actually doing, staying a little bit faster than me right now, which is kind of nice. Genuinely impressed. Oh, goody. Now we get to take the exit. Woohoo! Say hey to everybody out there watching. Give us a like, follow, share, subscribe, notifications, all that good jazz. Be much appreciated. And whatnot. They're letting me know he's going to change lanes at like the absolute last second. Isn't that nice? Now, if I could get stuck, that would be cool. That'd be a real detour. All over that road. Go. check it out. Looky there. Loving it, loving it, loving it. Alright, let's see what we got going on now. Alrighty. Got it set up by weight, so that way all I gotta do is just scroll to those particular ones and see what we got. Oh, goody. Socorro, New Mexico to Tucson. Okay. That'll work. And that one there, yep, we'll accept that load. And then we will fast travel to Albuquerque. Let's go to Albuquerque. Same run we took last night. Okay. Aha, there you are. Boom, boom. Oh, I hope it's not the same cop too, because last night's was not fun at all. I'll haul this big old thing. At least we don't have to start out in the dark. That's a good thing. Starting out in the dark really is not fun. Oh wow, that thing is so long. So long. Loving the fact that I have a 10-hour trip. Okay, not really loving it, but, you know, it is what it is. Watch out, you're moving dangerously close to the rear escort. Yeah, no, I'm riding that pole, unfortunately, because my escorts didn't do a good job at having the road blocked off, so my turn lane was all kinds of blocked up. Not fun at all. Louisa is a rolling. Boy. I already know some of these curves are going to be a nightmare for this load. I mean, not trying to be funny, but it would actually be easier to stay on the interstates and just drive the interstates with this big of a load than it would be to take these 2 lanes. I know one thing, I get back into MP and start running my long hauls again, I'll be happy to stay on them 4 lanes. Okay. Really? 14 miles an hour. What you decided that we need to do, huh? Okay. Lord, have mercy on my soul. Well, at least we're doing 34. And every one of these little ridiculous trips runs into real miles, so there you go. Yep, Alex, doing some single player, buddy. Player charm. But it's all good. Woohoo. Let everybody know this is a workout. I would just love to see how this load would be handled if it was if I could go like 60 or 70 mile an hour with it. Ah, yeah, that'd be funny. Well, he was a rather nice gentleman, just decided to hang out and wait for me. Yeah, I mean, you can see how much further over the lane it hangs. This thing's in. This is a multiplayer. This would be ridiculous. Alright, come on, pilot car, let's go. Hurrying up. Let's see what the game's description. Air conditioning complex is what the game has this listed as. It's air conditioning, air conditioner. Keep you cool. It would be neat to see things that are under construction actually get finished in the timeline of the game. I think that would be really cool to see buildings that are under construction that we haul parts to or whatever. You know, it'd be really cool to actually see them being finished and whatnot. And then you go to a new area to deliver. I think that would be really neat. Granted, you would have to. It would be something that SCS would have to update over time, but still it'd be cool. I just look at how much more could be done with the multiplayer side of it if SCS was more heavily involved in multiplayer. I think that would be really, really cool. Not saying that Truckers MP doesn't do a good job, but just think of what could be done, what more could be done if SCS actually ran it. Still waiting for the day when SCS decides that they're going to put in the T800. I'm almost begging for that truck. I can almost guarantee you, if they gave if they put the T800 in as an actual purchasable truck from them, that'd be the truck I'd drive all the time, no questions asked whatsoever. I don't think it shouldn't be too much of a challenge for them to put it in, considering it's, you know, that they've already got the Kenworth contract for the W900 and the T680. I just think that adding in another Kenworth variant, another popular one, I think would be really cool. Because there are a lot of people that like the T800. I mean, I think it would be really cool if I could actually utilize the classic stripes on the T800 mod truck that I have. That'd be nice. I almost guarantee you ain't gonna be no race miles on any of these trips. Oh, looky there, blocked the whole street off. Isn't that nice? Hey there, Samuel. What's up? How are you doing, man? Yeah. I'm very surprised they haven't put a cab over Pete and Kenworth in, since, again, they have the contract for, Peterbilt and Kenworth. I'm just very surprised they haven't, reached out and tried to put that in either. I mean, it would be neat if they actually gave us the option for, trucks that they already have the brand for. It would, I mean, I would pay, we'll talk a different game for a second. In World of Warcraft, I've paid $25 for mounts. 25 real dollars. Meaning I earned the money and I spent it on a stupid in-game thing that I can ride around on. I would be willing to pay $25 for the T800. And I'm pretty sure there's a lot of other people who would be willing to pay it as well. Now, granted, I know SCS's games are a little bit cheaper. Their DLCs are cheaper. So, obviously you downscale that. if say the Tyrell's Charger mount from World of Warcraft, if say that's $25, well, it's 5 short of the 30 to make it half price of an expansion. I would pay half the price of an expansion. So if an expansion is, say, like $12 to $14, I'd pay $7 or $8 for it. I mean, I still stick with my original statement. I'd be willing to pay up to $25 to get the T800 in, and purchase it, as well as the Kenworth and Peterbilt cab overs. I'd pay for those as well, just because it's an extra truck. Why not? Why not buy it? Just like for the day cabs, for the long chassis, I've got all 4 of those. I don't hardly use them, but I've got them. And it would be very nice to be able to have other versions of Kenworth trucks and Peterbilt trucks in the game as well. I mean, I don't know much about the Volvo other than the VNL, but hey, why not? I mean, if they were to put in and do it justice and do it right, if they were to put in a Mack Anthem, I'd buy that. If I know the Lone Star is coming, and I've heard rumors that the I want to say it's the Freightliner Cascadia. I think That's what it's called. But I've heard that there's a Freightliner coming after the Lone Star. Now, I don't know how true that is, but that's what I've heard. So, and we'll do a little bit of a movie thing real quick. I have not yet seen it, but I've been waiting for a couple of more reviews to be done, and I finally seen the one I wanted to see. If you guys are planning on going to see the movie Dark Phoenix, yeah, that plane did buzz me real good. I've actually got the, Alex, whenever I played WoW, I actually did all of the daily content for Cataclysm. Now, I didn't do the daily content for Pandaria. I didn't really do the daily content for Warlords of Draenor. I didn't do the content for Legion, and I made it a couple of levels into Battle for Azeroth, and that's when I pretty much was like, yeah, I'm done. I mean, we may revisit, because I do still have a World of Warcraft account. I do still have the subscription. We may revisit World of Warcraft whenever Classic is actually released. We may go back into it and just see what happens. But we'll see what happens there. But the dailies, I actually earned the Flame Ward Hippogriff in Cataclysm's dailies, and I enjoy that. I've tried dealing around with that Golden Dragon, and it's ridiculous. It is past ridiculous as far as dealing with the aggravations of it. Now, Tyrell's Charger is probably my favorite. Its wings serve zero purpose. Look at that, it's a convoy with a bus. But no, I actually found out that Dark Phoenix is, yeah, I mean, I may end up seeing it because of my wife. She likes the Jean Grey Phoenix character, and we'll end up seeing it. Plus, it is the last X-Men movie to be done by Fox, so I'll definitely see it, but I do not go in with my expectations held very high. I have very much been disheartened by the review that I watched on it, and I'm just like, I can't even. But I mean, I didn't really expect. But I mean, the sad part is, from what the reviewers that saw it had to say, it's almost like the cast just phoned it in. So, but we'll give it a look, and we will definitely get it watched here in the next week or two. It's not on the high priority list for me. The wife and I will go see it, like I said, and then, I'll through the course of a stream or two afterwards, I'll give my thoughts on it. But it's not something I'm really looking forward to. I was originally looking forward, like, okay, let's see if they do it better than Last Stand, and they didn't. But no, I do. I do not have a problem paying for certain things when it comes to games, just because it's fun. It's enjoyable, for me. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm one of those that's bought shark cards for GTA and spent that money. And initially, when you spend $100 on a shark card and you go buy your in-game stuff, you're like, yay, I get new toys. But then for me, I instantaneously get buyer's remorse, because I'm like, I just spent $100 and the only thing I can do with it is use it in GTA. It's like, what kind of idiot do you have to be? Apparently, in my case, a pretty big one. But again, I don't buy $100 shark cards all the time either. I've also heard some news about GTA, which I'll discuss tonight during tonight's stream for GTA. So we'll talk about that then. But I think it'll be interesting, depending on what they do with it, and depending on if I can actually do it. But like I said, I'll get into more of that tonight. Well, the only thing I will say is, don't have high expectations. You'll get your heart broke. A character does die. I will not say which one. I will tell you, unlike Last Stand, it is not Xavier. It's actually someone that, when they mentioned it, I was like, huh, oh, alright, I did not see that coming. But, yeah, nah, they just said it felt like, because the actors knew that this was the last one, their contracts were up, and they just said that the actors just seemed like, and it's not really the actors and actresses' fault. It's the way the story was actually done. It was almost like it was just slopped together. I mean, granted, what's up, Adam? Any money that's made on it, Disney gets. And Disney didn't have to fork out the money to make the movie, so, you know, they're happy about it, and any money they get is, you know, for them is pure profit at this point. But, you know, thank God Kevin Feige said that there's not going to be an X-Men movie planned for at least the next 5 years, which I'm grateful for that. Now, I don't know, I've heard rumors through other YouTubers that there is a Fantastic Four movie on the horizon for a 2022 release date. I have heard that. I have not researched that myself. I'm basically waiting for Kevin Feige to go ahead and just give the official Phase 4 slate announcement, either at San Diego Comic-Con or in August at the D23 event. I'm hoping at San Diego Comic-Con that would be a good thing, in my opinion. But, you know, if they don't, then it kind of is what it is. So, yeah. But we'll see what happens there. I'll try to keep everybody updated, and obviously, if I find out anything, I'll definitely let everybody know, because I like Marvel movies. I enjoyed every one that I've seen so far. And I really don't know what to make of the Terminator film. I really and truly don't. The new Terminator Dark Fate. I don't know. I mean, the Terminator timeline is now so muddied that I don't think, to be honest, I don't even think James Cameron knows which way is up at this point. You know, it just, I just really don't know. I mean, but, you know, hey, you never know. It could be good, but from the trailer I've seen, yeah, well, I hate to say this, I gotta be honest, the Terminator Dark Fate, that's an ominous title in my opinion. Obviously people are gonna watch it because it's Terminator. You know, Terminator's been around since the 80s, and, you know, they were big blockbusters, and now it's like, it just, I don't know. It's like, either continue the story or let it go. But don't sit there on the heels of, like, you know, which was the one that had, If I'm not mistaken, it was the one with Christian Bale called Terminator Genesis. No, it was Terminator Salvation. Excuse me. I take that back. Genesis was the one that came out last. Terminator Salvation with Christian Bale. In my opinion, they should have just ended it. Let that be the end of it. It was a they wrapped up the story nice. It plugged it all up together to where the story made sense all the way around. But now we're dealing with the fact that they came out with Terminator Genesis. You had the old school Arnold Terminator versus the young Arnold Terminator. I mean, it just well, and with regards to the X-Men franchise, I'm gonna say it like this. I don't mean this to sound ugly. The very first Spider-Man movie with Tobey Maguire that Sony put out back in 2003, I believe it was, that movie was actually good. You know, for what it was. It was a very good movie. I enjoyed it thoroughly. Well, granted, Sony had to get in their own way on it, and that's what caused Spider-Man 2 and Spider-Man 3 to go in the toilet. Well, then they didn't give Sam Raimi enough time to figure out how he wanted to do it. They put a hard deadline on when he needed to have it done. He pretty much looked at him and said, look, here's the deal. I'm not into this. I can't wrap it up the way I want to. You guys want it done in X amount of time, so I'm just going to step away from it. And that's when they rebooted it and came up with Amazing Spider-Man. And it's like, okay, that's fine that they had to part ways. But then we start dealing with Sony did Amazing Spider-Man and Amazing Spider-Man 2, and I'm like, okay. You know, it is what it is there. And for me, the best Spider-Man that's been done thus far is honestly Spider-Man Far From Home. I mean, that is a way better Spider-Man than what we ever could have hoped for. Are you for real? You're not even going to try to make the turn, and I can't make it? This game is so dumb. I've never dropped my trailer before. Let's see where it's at. He could make that. Come on, dude. Anyhow, but no, I think Spider-Man Homecoming was the best Spider-Man movie that I've actually seen, and I actually enjoyed that. I mean, I love how they didn't take it back to an origin story. I love how they just did what they did and made it good. You damaged the escort vehicle. I damaged your mama. Yeah, all that trouble to move that semi out of the way, and of course I back up into the friggin' rear escort vehicle. Yay! Oh wow, now it gave me a new cop. That's funny. Well, I'm actually kind of glad because there'd have been no way I'd have made that turn. I can almost guarantee you, if that happens again, I'm gonna drop the trailer sooner and go back out and go and move that guy. Drag him over to where he needs to be. Well, I mean, when it comes to Mark Hamill and being the proper Chucky, I think the only reason people would even remotely like Mark Hamill as Chucky is his work in the Batman franchise animated series as Joker, as voicing Joker. I think that's the only reason people would even remotely pull for Mark Hamill in that role. Again, I still can't get past the suspension of disbelief in a lot of horror films. It's like I can't, so I don't. I don't find much entertainment value in them for me personally because I'm just not a horror person. I mean, I think some horror. The last good horror stuff that was done was Friday the 13th and Nightmare on Elm Street. That was truly scare you out of your pants. I mean, that was good stuff back in the day. We're talking the Friday the 13th and the Nightmare on Elm Street from back in the 80s, not this crap they've done in the last 20 years. But yeah, no, the fact of having Mark Hamill as Chucky, I think that'll bring a little bit of star power to the idea. But again, I mean, it's like all the mess they're doing, messing with things, making changes to things that just don't make any sense, you know? It's like I've seen the trailer for the new Star Wars film, and I'll be completely honest with you about that. I thought we already killed off Emperor Palpatine. I really did. Yeah. See, that's the thing. You know, you got too many people out there wanting to do remakes and this, that, and the other, and it doesn't. Like the one where Johnny Depp dies in his bed, in his first movie ever. Yeah, pretty much. I mean, I don't know what to think of all these other horror films. I mean, I'm not saying they're all garbage, but at the same time, it's like, you know, why? I mean, you know, bringing back Emperor Palpatine in Episode 9 of Star Wars. Another franchise that I've loved from the very first movie is the Fast and Furious stuff. And my personal humblest of opinions, and I could be wrong without offending a single person out there watching, my humblest of humble opinions is they should have ended it at the end of Fast and Furious 7. That Furious 7 should have been the very end of it, and instead of Universal and The Rock and Vin Diesel and everybody wanting to go for an 8th one, it's like, come on, man. The franchise hadn't been what it was in years anyway. I mean, the first 3 movies were about street racing of some form? And then after that, it all became spy drama. It was like, it was a big collective family of Central Intelligence meets James Bond. I mean, I get that when you bring The Rock into a role, you've got to have a way for him to fit. And The Rock does not fit as a street racer. He just doesn't. I mean, so make him a federal marshal or something. I get that, but they just need to let that mess go. And now I heard, read a report yesterday, as a matter of fact, read a report that John Cena is signed on to be in the 9th Fast and Furious movie, while Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson will not be in it at all. And there are so many people that are mad with The Rock and Jason Statham and the fact that they've done a spin-off movie before the 9th Fast movie. I'm like, oh my gosh, really? I don't know. I can't even. I really, I can't. Yeah, they definitely should have just left it alone, Melinda. And I mean, if you're gonna do a remake, at least let the remake have a cooling off period. Like, I understand why Marvel would rather do Fantastic Four before they bring in the X-Men. Well, apparently some people would say that Hollywood lost its imagination. I don't know what to really think about that, but as far as like the Fantastic Four are concerned, the Fantastic Fours had 3 movies. In my opinion, I thought the first one was good. I thought it introduced all the characters in the right way. Now, mind you, I'm not a comic book nutcase. My name is not Sheldon Lee Cooper. I've not read comic books at all in my life. And, I mean, I know who the comic book players are, and I know who the comic book characters for different franchises are, but as far as actually following comics and reading comic books and having to go out and be the first one in line to buy edition number 1 of X comic book or whatever, not me, not my speed, not my style. So, but I do appreciate the comic book movies. And, Fantastic Four as a movie was concerned, I actually enjoyed it. I enjoyed the very first Fantastic Four. I thought it was great. I was like, wow, this is cool, and it got my hopes up for more superhero type stuff, because you gotta realize, when I was growing up, all we had was Superman and Batman. That was it. We might have had a few oddball players here and there made for TV movies and mess, but major franchises on the big screen was always Superman or Batman. Well, Superman died off at the, in the early 80s, and then Batman came on board at the end of the 80s, and I'm like, yeah, Batman. Love Batman. Love the very first Michael Keaton Batman movie, possibly as a single movie, possibly favorite movie of all time. Possibly. And I love it. Seen it a bajillion times. And can watch it all the time, and I just love it. But, then when Spider-Man came out, I'm like, alright, cool, this is some Marvel stuff, so let's see what happens. It's alright, not bad, Marvel. Not bad. It's a Marvel character. They did pretty good with that. I didn't know much about Spider-Man other than watching the cartoons. Now, if you watch the cartoons, which I did, you got a good feeling for what they should be. Now, don't get me wrong, X-Men was the precursor to Spider-Man on the Fox front, but you know, as far as it went for me with X-Men and Spider-Man, I'm like, all right, I can get into this. This is good. And then Fantastic Four came out, and it was like, okay, cool. So we're going to get a little bit of mess going on now. Well, Silver Surfer was okay. I didn't really care that much for it, but it was all right. And then they reinstituted Fantastic Four back in 15, and I'm like, all right, let's give it a look. And they zigged when they should have zagged on that movie, in my opinion. It was way, way, way darker than the first one. And I couldn't believe how dark it actually was. So, you know, now we're going to get Marvel doing what they did with Spider-Man. They're going to come in. They're going to hit up the wonderful world of what they do and what they know. And in my opinion, I think it's going to be really good. I really and truly believe that, you know, the Fantastic Four movie is going to be absolutely amazing. Not getting hung up in that crap like I did last night. Ha 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 ha. But I am really looking forward to what all is going to happen in Phase 4 of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Big time Iron Man fan. Really hoping they'll do something. I don't want to see it cheapen what was done in Endgame, but I really do hope that they do something there. I think it would be really cool to see what they're going to do. And at the end of the day, we all know money talks. The money's right. RDJ will come back. He'll reprise his role. And like it's been said plenty of times over, you know, in the comic books, characters die and then they come back. So, yeah. So we'll see exactly what happens there. I don't know what just happened, but I'm gonna do it. Let's go. Well, all that smack I was talking about driving 40 miles an hour, here we go. Woohoo! We're almost 50 miles an hour with a special transport, everybody. I guess that cop was too tired to keep up. Changing lanes. Ah, it's too funny. Y'all can say whatever you want to. The end of this trip just became absolutely amazing. I don't know what happened to that cop back there, but he kind of got lost. Well, I guess if I can get around the cop, I can kind of go faster. Yeah, looky there. Achievement unlocked. 1, 2, 3, breathe. Big in America. I got all the achievements, boys and girls. I got the achievement for doing all the special transports. Woohoo! Alright, let's take a look and see what else we got. Oh. I don't know. I don't know. Don't know. I don't know what I want to do now. Because I've gotten all the achievements. Anything else would just be kind of pointless in hauling. You know what? Go ahead and call it for now. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you all for tuning in. I'll be back tonight. Right about 7:30-ish, somewhere in there. We'll be back tonight doing GTA. So thank you guys all for watching. Thanks for tuning in. I genuinely appreciate all the watches and the likes and the follows and the shares. And please don't forget to do that. If you're watching and you haven't done it, please like, follow, share, subscribe, notification bells, everything you can do to keep up with what's going on. And the more you guys show up and interact, the more we can do all this. And I'll see you guys later on tonight. Thanks for watching, guys.
Bye. Have a great time.